All right, well, before we dive into the college picks, let's discuss the biggest news of the day. This morning, the Big Ten announced that they will be bringing college football back next month. The decision to return was based on Well, this is what we like to see around here. Jaguars at the top of the division after week one. Now the question is, how long can the team make it last? Another big rivalry game coming up on Sunday as they head to Tennessee, where Derrick Henry and the Titans have just been a Music City monster for the Jaguars since 2013. But Minshew could break the streak. This will be his first time in Nissan Stadium. Welcome back, everybody, to the Take Your Pick Pile-On podcast. Olivia Tassi, Brent Martineau, 6 feet away from me from the left, and Dan Hicken about 12 feet away from me from the front.
Thank you.
And I can't have my sponsor, can't be sponsored here.
No.
Yeah.
Or we could try to make it a sponsor.
Or we just put it right behind the football.
There you go. You can do that too. All right, guys, week one, how do you feel like you did?
I know I didn't do well, but I know I got one game right.
I don't remember, but I know I don't know. I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I know I endeared myself to Jags fans.
You did. You were the
despite
happy.
My record.
That's fine. Let's get a drum roll.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
And the reigning champ stays on top after
making money.
week one.
Made a little money. I lost a little money.
Problem with these, when you're picking against the spread, is you're going to have that 1-5-20 week, and then you're
I had a couple in a row last year.
down some cash.
I'm sure planning on coming from behind this year.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I didn't do so well out in front last year.
All right.
That's fine.
I'll be glad to run out there like a rabbit. Go.
All right, well, before we dive into the college picks, let's discuss the biggest news of the day. This morning, the Big Ten announced that they will be bringing college football back next month. The decision to return was based on significant medical protocols, including daily antigen testing, enhanced cardiac screening, and an enhanced data-driven approach when making decisions about practice and competition. So, here's the timeline. The Big Ten season. They plan to return on the weekend of October 23rd, 24th. They would then play 8 games in 8 weeks with the conference championship set for Saturday, December 19th, one day before the College Football Playoff Committee decides who makes the Final Four. So.
Forgot one important note there.
Which one?
Big Ten came back because of money.
Well, yeah, that can be the fourth bullet. We all know the big decision was money, of course, after seeing a lot of the other conferences.
Well, it's a money grab.
Successfully
It's 100%
doing things
money grab. Enhance this, enhance that. Nothing's changed in the last month as far as understanding medically what the deal is with the COVID. They've gone back and forth on the myocarditis. We still are not really clear on that at all. So for them to hide behind it is I just wish people would be honest about this stuff, man. They know there's a big payout coming with the college football playoff. They felt the pressure, and they want to play, and they're going to play. The kids want to play, so they're going to play.
Well, and I believe, too, a prong of this is the recruiting. If you're watching the Big 12 and the SEC and the ACC play all fall, well, that could impact you for years to come in recruiting. And it just showed, once again, college football coaches might be the most powerful people on college campus.
Which is a dangerous thing. Ask Penn State.
Yep. Agreed.
It's a dangerous thing, and but let's again, we can stop hiding behind this ruse of student athletes, and we care about the kids, and the kids want to play too.
Yeah, they
do.
The
parents want them to play.
Listen, here's the deal: they could do so much more. Every conference, they should be bubbling off these guys anyway, but they won't because they're quote student athletes. It's so ridiculous. I mean, bubble them off. They've got the facilities now. They're all taking their classes online anyway. Let them take one dorm and say, okay, if you don't have, you're going to live in Tolbert Hall in Gainesville. You're going to walk to the practice field. You're going to walk back. You're going to eat here with us, and that's it.
Yeah, you got better facilities than some NFL teams.
And you don't have to play if you don't want to play. Is it also an option? So.
Game on, and we still don't know who's right or wrong in all of this too. So that will come down the road.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll know until next year. Probably.
Well, but now they're together. They're both either right or wrong.
Yeah, they piggyback. Well, the Pac-12
and the Pac-12 still on its own little island.
And by the way, the Pac-12 has more to worry about because even wildfires could impact what the Pac-12 is doing right now.
I don't think the Pac-12 is playing this.
I don't either. And I do like how the Pac-12's they've been very quiet. I mean, once in a while, Larry Scott will come out and say, hey, we think we can do rapid testing. But they've been very quiet. The Big Ten thing was a mess for a long time.
The whole entire month since it's announced it.
Yeah. And so therefore, they've got some criticism now coming back.
They do.
Let's pick.
Let's make the college picks before the Big Ten comes back. A brand new board. Of course, we're not going to walk it because of COVID, so we'll just have the fancy camera pan. Let's start with Houston and Baylor, with Baylor favored by 4.5.
Go ahead, Dan. You're up.
All right. I don't know much about either program, I'll be honest with you. Derek King's not in Houston anymore. I'll go with Baylor. I'll lay the 4.5. That's a small spread. I'll take Baylor.
Boy, did Rule take everybody with him? I mean, Baylor was pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a good time to get out. I'm going to come with you, though. I'll take Baylor.
Yeah.
Both going with Baylor. All right, how about Syracuse and Pittsburgh, with Pittsburgh favored by 21.5 at home? Both of you picked Syracuse last week, by the way.
Yeah, I hate them.
And
they let me down. They had it, and they blew the fourth quarter disaster against Carolina.
Not very good. But still, Pittsburgh by 21.5. I'm going to take Syracuse again. One more chance.
Pitt's good. They're not. They're a lot better than you might think. I think they can compete in the ACC. They beat Austin Peay. Let's go Peay, 55-0 last week. I'll take Pitt.
We're going to Peay in a second.
Okay.
How about Navy and Tulane, with Tulane favored at home over Navy by 7?
Tulane up here. I like it. Navy not looking good. They're going to have to earn a little respect. Did they tackle in practice the last couple of weeks?
So.
Probably. We'll go with Tulane, though. I think when you're that bad, you're that bad. I don't know if it mattered if you tackled or not. Tulane's going to win.
I'm riding Tulane, too. I got a great stat about this next game, Cincinnati and Austin Peay.
Okay.
This is Cincinnati's opener. And this is Austin Peay's last game of the season.
Because they only played a couple games.
Yeah.
A few games.
Wow.
Three.
So
when one door opens, another door closes.
How much did they get paid for this? Like $150,000 or something?
Obviously, they played Central Arkansas, and then they played Pitt, and then Cincinnati were two.
And they were all
cash
paid.
days.
2 cash days. Yeah.
So I like big spreads. You know that. I'll take Cincinnati.
I like big spreads, and I cannot lie.
No.
Oh God.
I'm going to go Cincinnati too.
All right.
Both going to Z. All right, how about Charlotte?
I don't like big spreads.
And an in-state rivalry with UNC favored at home by 30.
You know, North Carolina was a little shaky until that fourth. They weren't great.
Yeah.
But I think they find their footing. Howell's good, so I'm going to take North Carolina.
I don't know enough about the 49ers. They had a really good football player go in the draft last year, but so I'm going to take Carolina as well. I'm also going to take
FAU and Georgia Southern?
the Owls. I'm going with Nick Troney. Georgia Southern barely won its game last week. FAU's battled a little bit of COVID this week. They canceled practice on Tuesday. I don't know how many they're going to be missing, but I'm going to ride with FAU. I'm going to go with the Sunshine State.
I'm going to go with FAU as well, just because Taggart and the way things are going for Florida State, Taggart will win more than Florida State will win this year.
Oh, boy.
Notre Dame and USF.
USF coming off a win.
I'll tell you what, Notre Dame did not look that good.
Go Bulls.
Go Bulls. We got that one
But
for
Ian Book will look a lot better. They're going to crush your Bulls.
That's nice.
I'll ride with the Bulls just for Olivia.
Thank you, Higgins.
Yeah, I'll ride with them.
Appreciate it. UCF and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech favored by 7.5.
Really?
No,
I don't. Oh, this is you. Sorry.
Yeah, I love Jeff Sims. I love what he did, but I'm taking the points with UCF.
Yeah, me too.
Charge on.
I'll take UCF.
How about Miami and Louisville, with Louisville favored by 2.5?
Yeah, I'm going to take Miami here. I'm going to believe in the Canes for a little bit. I've been a bigger fan of Manny Diaz than others, but King's got to do a little bit more for me. He wasn't that impressive, but had 10 days to get ready for this. I'll take Miami.
I'll take Louisville. I'll ride with Louisville to at home. 2.5 points. Yeah, I'll lay those.
All right, how about Citadel and Clemson, with Clemson favored at home by 45.5, after Citadel, by the way, got destroyed by my USF Bulls.
Clemson can name their score. They'll be up 50 at the half and call it a day. And I think this is Citadel's only game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive.
Well, did you say they lost to USF?
we beat them last week.
Okay.
But they might be like Austin Peay.
Yeah,
But they're paying for their games. I think this is actually their third or fourth game.
This is a big fat paycheck.
This is a big pay. I'd play this game.
Yeah.
Clemson wins handily. I agree. I hate the big spreads, but I'm going to take them too. And by the way, Trevor Lawrence watching Jacksonville's over.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. All right, well, let's begin the NFL picks with Thursday night football. With in-state rivals, we have Burrow and the Bengals heading to Cincinnati to take on Baker and the Browns. Both teams are 0-1 after losing in Week 1. Vegas likes the Browns at home by 6.
I love those 0-1 games because somebody's going to be 0-2. When you're 0-2, it's a disaster in the NFL. You very rarely make the playoffs if you're 0-2. So this is a huge game. Is it your turn?
I don't. Go ahead. You can go.
Well, I'm going to ride with Cleveland. I don't know why, but I just if they don't win this game, they're 3-13 again. Beckham goes nuts. The whole thing falls apart. This is their season. I'm going to go with Cleveland.
This is me putting my house into Vegas on Cleveland in this game.
Yeah.
I think they'll blow out Cincinnati.
Okay, well then we agree.
Hope you talked to your wife about that one.
I wouldn't put my house on it though.
I would never put my house on the Browns.
Cleveland was horrible.
They were really bad.
I mean, just terrible.
But very few teams are as good early as Baltimore.
Right.
Usually.
Jags.
And Jags.
Very few teams as good as the Jags in Baltimore.
I would never put my house on the Browns, but they're going to win this one big.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, similar story for this next pick. Both the Falcons and Cowboys are heading into week 2 with a loss. Dallas favored at home by 4.5.
I'll tell you what, man, Atlanta. But these two teams are disappointing. They have so much more talent. They can't win. They can't score points. They can go up and down the field, and they can't score points.
Amazing.
They are so disappointing, these two teams. Take your pick of who the most disappointing teams are in the NFL. These two teams might be, year in, year out, the most disappointing.
Yeah.
I'll take the Cowboys reluctantly.
I got to ride with my Super Bowl pick to get back to 1-1 or we're in trouble, so I'm going with the Stars.
How about them Cowboys?
America. Let's go Dallas.
Let's go Dallas.
Somebody, by the way, the burner's turning up on one of these.
Well, Mike McCarthy already screwed up the first game with the 4th and 3 maneuver.
Yeah, that was bad.
Not looking good for them.
Next
All right,
up.
well, no breaking news here. Aaron Rodgers still has it. He still does. The quarterback led the Packers to a 43-34 win last week against the Vikings. This week they host their home opener, hosting the Lions. Packers favored by 6.
I'm with Green Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit, I don't know how they pick up the pieces from what they did a week ago. Such a Detroit thing to do.
So Detroit.
One of the big challenges facing the Jaguars is you don't want to be the Browns, and these teams have that losing DNA, and they can't get rid of it, man.
It's so hard.
They can't get rid of it. It drives me nuts.
It's so hard, and they've got it. I mean, and by the way, it's not like it was a comeback to Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. It was a comeback to Mitchell Trubisky, who many believe might be the worst quarterback in the game.
Then you got your running back dropping the game winner. So,
both going Green Bay. Do you think there's more disappointing teams this year? I mean, it's only week 2.
It's only week 2.
Well, we don't know.
It's way too early.
Well, some disappointing fan bases, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, how about this one? 2 teams looking for their first win. Vegas likes Rivers and the Colts at home by 3 as they host Cousins and the Vikings.
This is disappointing. Minnesota, my gosh, I didn't see that coming. I'm going to pick them though. I think I'm going to think Minnesota will win.
I am too. I don't. Well, we were unimpressed.
Tough
with the
to
Colts.
trust the Rivers, right?
Yeah.
They lose Marlon Mack. I don't think that's as big as everybody else does because they have a stable of backs. But Rivers making big plays is a problem. Hasn't done it now in 2 years. So. I'll take the Vikings.
Lots of interceptions. All right, Buffalo is going on the road this week. Josh Allen and the Bills are heading to Hard Rock Stadium with 5.5 favorite over Fitzpatrick's Miami Dolphins.
Be easy to pick Buffalo. I think I'm going to take those points and ride with the Stinkfish.
Dang it, I was too. Wait, now that you did that, I'll take the Bills.
All right.
Because I think Flores will have them ready to play. Fitzpatrick threw 3 picks.
Yeah. I mean, if he does it again, then we're going to see Tua here in Jacksonville on Thursday night.
Which would be kind of cool.
I like it.
That'd
be perfect time.
Yeah.
Nice little debut here. All right, another not so breaking news update. The Jets are still not a great team. It'll be even harder to be a good team since Le'Veon Bell's moved to IR for a hamstring injury. 49ers, though, could be out 2 key players. Really Sherman is out for 3 weeks with a calf strain. George Kittle, questionable with a knee injury. 49ers favored on the road by 7.
Yeah, Jets are really not good. Like, they're really not good. And
49ers?
49ers are better than what they looked like, I think, the other day. I think they bounce back, although Jimmy G is questionable, too. Not injury-wise, just as a good quarterback. Yeah. I'll take San Francisco.
But he's better than Sam Darnold, who is really starting to stare at the bust world, and he better get cranked up here pretty quickly because
he's got nothing around him, though, man.
Yeah, but this is year 3, man. The good ones find a way. I'm taking San Fran, too.
I like it. How about this one? We have our first pick'em game of the 2020 season. Man. Rams will leave their $5 billion stadium this week to head to the home of the Eagles.
Dan, we're going to both take the Eagles here because we're just hopeful more than we think.
That's fair.
You want the picks in the draft?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the Rams will win, but I'll ride with the Eagles. That's cool.
I like it. Do it for the Jags.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
By the way, most disappointing team of week 1.
Victory.
Eagles?
Philadelphia Eagles. They're up 17-0 against maybe the worst team in the league.
That was disgraceful.
There's a lot of disappointment in today's podcast. Yeah, and now you're going to go with them for the pick'em game.
We both lose. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
I can't believe it's a pick'em, quite honestly. I thought the Rams would be favored by like 4.
Yeah, the Rams looked okay.
Yeah.
What was the score of that game? 20 to 17?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could tell you. All right, well, who missed this helmet? The Big Ben and the Steelers will look for their second win after defeating the Giants by 10 last week. Broncos want the first win. Vegas is predicting it won't be in week 2. Steelers favored at home by 7.5.
That's a big spread, man. Monday night, but the Broncos played Monday night too. I'll go Pittsburgh.
I'm going to take the Broncos here. I think the Steelers get a little too much love, but they were okay.
Defense is good.
Defense is good. He's a good coach, and he's a good quarterback. They have reason to be good. I just think this is a little too high. Denver's not a bad team.
No.
So, Vic Fangio, call timeout, please. And I'll take Denver.
Oh, Vic.
Good old Vic.
Kill us. If the Jags somehow are in the mix and they lose by 1 to the game to Tennessee, we're sending not so nice thank you notes or not so nice notes to
Sorry notes?
Vic Fangio.
Oh, yeah. All right. In the battle of the 40-year-old and older QB club, Brady has come home with a loss. TB12 and the Bucs will now host their home opener against Bridgewater and the Panthers, who also lost in Week 1. Tampa favored by 9.
I was more inspired by Carolina than I was by the Bucs last week, quite frankly. But I'll take Tampa to bounce back in a big way.
They're going to win.
Yeah.
I'd play the money line. I don't like 9. That's a lot of points, but I'll lay them. I'll take Tampa too.
You love the big spreads.
Tampa too.
In college.
NFL's a whole different ballgame.
NFL, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
All right, Brent, your sleeper team lost last week.
Yep.
They aren't favored again this week against Trubisky and the Bears. Do you still believe in those Giants?
Their offensive line is not good. But I'm going to ride with them one more week. I'll give them another chance. I thought Daniel Jones played pretty well. They have no offensive line, though. That's scary against Mac. I'll take the points.
I like the Giants to win straight up.
By 5.5.
Yeah, I don't think Chicago's worth a darn.
All right. I like it. Sounds very confident. Well, how about this one? Dwayne Haskins led the Washington football team to victory over the Eagles last week. Kyler Murray did the same for the Cards against the 49ers. Arizona favored to pick up win number 2 by 6.5.
Under touchdown. Love Arizona. Had them last week against Frisco. Riding with them again.
Yeah, unfortunately, I like Arizona too. I'd like them to lose because I think they're overrated. But that was a big win to get last week to kind of turn the tables, get off to a good start. Because that was on the road against a team that went to the Super Bowl. That was a huge win for Arizona. That could really propel them. I'll take Arizona.
Well, let's hope this spread holds up for the sake of the Jags. The Ravens are on the road heading to Houston this weekend. Houston trying to recover from a 14-point loss against the Chiefs. Lamar Calais and the rest of the crew are favored by 7.
I'll go with the Ravens. I don't like Houston anyway.
Yeah, I don't either, but just keep in mind, these are the kind of games like Houston wins over the years. Like, they're not that good, you don't think, they shouldn't, but I'm going to take, actually, you took Baltimore with the point. I'll take Houston with the points.
All right, you can have them. I'll pick that one up.
This is one that's good, because if they lose, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is
I'm hedging my emotions.
Dan kept calling you the closet Houston fan all last podcast, so and here you go picking them again.
They scare me a little bit. They know how to win big games.
Yeah, they're not the same. Their defense, J.J. Watt's not the same player he was. They got no pass rush.
You know J.J. Watt was like 9-1 to win Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah,
it's like, or something like
maybe
that.
Really? Maybe they meant his brother.
Little typo in that one.
His brother's a lot better.
TJ.
All right, the reigning world champs and Andy Reid and his Foggy Shield will go on the road for the first road trip of the season. They will head to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Chiefs favored on the road by 8.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Oh, do it. Do it.
Take the spread.
Do it.
You know, I'm so disappointed in the Chargers.
Do it.
Why did they figure they could ride and compete in the West with Tyrod Taylor? I just don't understand it. I really don't get it. That being said, I'm going to take the 8.5. They'll surprise you. This is the NFL.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs. And I'll lay the 8.5. And I think the Chiefs, there's one of those out AFC West, and I think it's this one where the Chiefs have won like
a million in a row,
13 in a row, but I don't know for sure.
Keep the streak going.
I'm guessing.
That's what we do here on the podcast.
I'm guessing. I didn't do my homework.
That's what we do. Sunday Night Football will have Russell Wilson and the Seahawks hosting Cam Newton and the Patriots, both 1-0 on the season. For now, Seahawks favored at home by 4.
I'm glad I got this one first. It's Seattle all the way.
Yeah.
Belly did it last week, as I predicted. I think did you have New England last week? No, you hate New England.
No.
But
I think I did have New England last week.
Belly was not going to lose that opener. It's Belly leading the way. After this week, they'll both be 1-1. Belichick and Brady. Seattle wins this one.
Yeah, Seattle surprised me. They usually don't get off to good starts.
Yeah,
and they looked really good last week. So I'll take Seattle at home, even though they won't have the 12th man.
Okay.
No.
Well, Monday Night Football will head to the multi-billion-dollar Las Vegas Raiders home, debuting the new stadium with the Saints. Despite the fresh turf, Vegas is going against their team, choosing the Saints by 5.5.
I got a buddy that was supposed to go to this game, but they're not having fans. So, by the way, Michael Thomas not playing for the Saints. Drew Brees did not. They beat the Bucs, but they didn't look like unbelievable beating the Bucs.
Yeah.
They really didn't offensively. So, that being said, I'll take maybe an inspired Raiders team to at least cover.
I'll take the Saints.
Taking the Saints.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints on the road.
I like it. And finally, the Jags will make the trip to Music City on their first road game of the season, like I said at the top. It has been 6 years since the Jaguars won in Titan territory. Vegas is predicting the streak will live. Titans favored by 9.
It's a lot of points.
That was a lot of points, especially the way Tennessee plays.
Yeah.
They
won up there last year.
I don't think they're going to win this game. I don't.
42-20 last year up there. House of Horrors. I've been there so many times. I have so many nightmares of Adelphia Coliseum, Nissan Stadium, whatever the blazes you want to call it. I could do the hometown, hey, let's go Jags, but I probably think Tennessee will win and cover.
Yeah, I think they're going to win. That's a lot of points.
It is a lot.
Just don't play that style of football.
Right.
I know they have against the Jags, but they don't. It's a new bunch. I think they're a feisty bunch. They'll be competitive. I don't think they win this game, but I think they do cover.
Good. I'll take that.
I like it.
Gladly give you that. No, I won't. Because no. I don't want them to either win
either win or not.
Or don't.
Yeah, I don't want them to lose by 6 and you win. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're going to lose by 10.
It's a very complicated podcast tonight.
It's Bewitching Hour for me. Good job, Olivia. You were terrific on this podcast. I'm masking up and leaving. Well done, though.
Hicken has to go pick up his son, but I want to leave you with some teases because we have a brand new show on Sunday.
Olivia is really getting good on the air.
Yeah.
Doing a nice job. Nice little intros about each game.
Very good.
Well, thank you.
And look at this new graphic.
Yeah, new graphic,
Take
new show.
that, Dave DeCandis. I made you a little Jaguars weekend.
Sunday, 10:30 a.m.
What a lineup. That doesn't even include Action Sports Shack's primetime at night.
Why not?
I don't think we could fit it on the graphic.
That's really the only reason it doesn't include it.
Yeah, well, primetime has its own graphic because it's that good. You got to show it twice. But yeah, Sunday, join us 10:30 a.m. Then, of course, join Brent and Dan here in the studio. Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Game day coverage at 1, and then post-game show on the Facebook or mobile app. And
Dan really did leave. Did he take his mic off, or is he going to go to the bathroom and still have his mic on?
I think we're going to hear the entire trip to picking up Brooks.
Goodness gracious, I don't know what we're going to hear. We should get off the air as quick as possible.
As quick as, all right, Jaguars All Access tomorrow with Brent and Jeff at 7. Any guess?
Yes, Josh Allen. Signed, sealed, and delivered. He'll be, he won't be there. We'll be virtually there.
Okay.
Tomorrow night on the show.
I like it. Join them on Fox, and then we'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend.